Now at 5, a look at the trend toward more fatal crashes on Interstate 44. Plus, we check out this year's Empty Bowls fundraiser and
President-elect Donald Trump's controversial pick for Attorney General shakes up Washington. I'm Nicole Skenga on Capitol Hill with what lawmakers are saying about their now former colleague and Trump's plan to skirt Senate confirmation.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities report a disturbing crash trend on Interstate 44 in Joplin. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. An increase in the number of fatal crashes on I-44 is drawing concerns from local authorities, especially as roads will soon become busier with the holiday season. The Joplin Police Department is just one agency that might respond to a fatal crash on I-44. From January to October of 2022, the JPD responded to just one fatal crash on that roadway. In 2023, during that same time frame, they responded to 3. In 2024, so far this year, it was up to 4. These fatal crash scenes leave a lasting impact on first responders and witnesses alike.
You see a lot of gory scenes and death, destruction, a lot of times, and so that can really take a toll mentally.
Authorities say when driving, it's important to put your phone down, slow down, and pay attention. Tonight at 6, KOAM Samantha Walker will have a special report on the impacts fatal crashes on I-44 have on those involved and the steps you can take to avoid them. We're learning more about a crash on I-49 north of Jasper that killed a Carthage man and woman yesterday. KOAM Shannon Becker has details.
Wednesday afternoon,
just after 3 o'clock, a serious crash on I-49 near Jasper, Missouri. The northbound lanes closed at first, now they're open.
As Missouri State Highway Patrol investigate a double fatal crash. They determined the high-speed rear-end crash occurred as a driver from Carthage fell asleep in a car, almost coming to a stop. It was rear-ended at highway speeds by a pickup truck. They were both southbound, then crossed the median together, coming to rest in the northbound lanes. There were 4 people in the passenger car, all from Carthage. 2 were taken to Joplin hospitals and 2 died at the scene. The driver of the pickup, man 56 from Mount Vernon, was not injured. I-49 traffic was disrupted or detoured for about 2 hours as the Missouri State Highway Patrol Major Crash Investigation Unit assisted the ongoing investigation.
Near Jasper, Missouri, I'm Shannon Becker. KOAM News Now, Joplin News First.
The man and woman who died at the scene were both 27 years old. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with our first look at the weather.
Well, it's a bit cooler today. Temperatures are already down into the 50s, though it was sunny skies all day long. We have a nice northerly breeze. Overall, today was perfect. Now, we do start to warm up as we head into the weekend. We dipped down yesterday, mid-40s, following the rain showers, and overnight we got down to just about 40 degrees with our highs today getting into the low 60s again. So we've been cooler. However, that doesn't last long. We go back into the upper 60s tomorrow, and tonight our lows only getting down to mid-40s and even upper 30s as well. So we start that warm trend just ahead of more rain showers on Sunday, and I'll have those details coming up.
We'll see you in a few. President-elect Donald Trump might be in for a confirmation fight over some of his more controversial administration nominations, including the embattled former Congressman Matt Gaetz. Nicole Skenga has more details from Capitol Hill.
I hereby resign as a United States Representative for Florida's 1st Congressional District, effective immediately.
The House clerk read former Congressman Matt Gaetz' resignation letter Thursday morning.
In light of the resignation of the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Gaetz, the whole number of the House is 433.
The resignation came just hours after President-elect Trump announced he planned to nominate Gaetz for Attorney General. But it also came just before Friday's House Ethics Committee vote on whether to release a report looking into a range of allegations against Gaetz, including sexual misconduct. Multiple sources tell CBS News 4 women have alleged they were paid to go to parties attended by Congressman Gaetz that included sex and drugs. The committee has Venmo transactions that allegedly show Gaetz's payments for the women. Gaetz has denied all wrongdoing.
The Ethics Committee is still scheduled to meet tomorrow, and some senators are calling for the report to be released ahead of Gates's confirmation hearings for Attorney General.
The House Ethics report, would you want to see it before voting on it?
I don't want there to be any limitation at all on what the Senate can consider.
Trump has already called on Senate Republicans to allow recess appointments for his cabinet picks. The move would enable the president-elect's picks to forego Senate confirmation.
As I've talked to colleagues, there are some real concerns about whether or not the Senate will unilaterally give away its critical confirmation power.
The president has total authority to make recess appointments. It's right there in the Constitution.
New Majority Leader John Thune says he's not ruled out recess appointments, but would prefer the Senate hold confirmation hearings. Nicole Skenga, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Now, when Thune takes over as Majority Leader in the new Congress, he'll have the power to set the Senate calendar. Trump cannot make any recess appointments unless the Senate has been in recess for more than 10 days. The Arma City Council has voted to increase electric rates. The city clerk, Betty Lesson, says the city will use the money to benefit the residents of the city of Arma. She says some of the money will go toward paying for the repair of the city swimming pool.
This money is not spent on raises. It's not spent on outside frivolous items. This money goes directly to the city and stays here and benefits all of us in the long run.
The rate's going to increase by 1.5% next March and then by another 1.5% next November. Watered Gardens in Joplin served up its annual Empty Bowls event today. People could come out and for a minimum $25 donation enjoy a bowl of soup, take home a handcrafted pottery bowl, and help raise money for a good cause. The funds raised for the event help Watered Gardens feed the hungry in the community.
Community to take away the fact that they gave a donation and they're carrying a beautiful handcrafted bowl that they can take home with them, and every time they eat out of their bowl, and especially when their bowl is empty, they can remember that somewhere out there someone else's bowl is empty.
This is the 12th year for the Empty Bowls event. Still ahead, holiday protection.
It's the season for celebrating with family, but also for respiratory viruses. I'm Bradley Blackburn with what you can do to stay healthy this holiday season.
Plus, the information overload that can lead to digital dementia. Topping today's Health Watch, it's not a clinical or medical term, but excessive screen time might be causing what's being called digital dementia. The average American is using the internet for about 7 hours a day. All that incoming stimuli and constant distraction could be warping the brain, causing symptoms like decreased ability to focus, forgetfulness, anger, and depression. Author and psychologist Jonathan Haidt says it's even more harmful for kids.
They're online more than 10 hours a day, and a lot of it is just short videos. This is going to change the way the frontal cortex is developing. That's the seat of executive function, control. So I think the term digital dementia makes us think of old people. I think just digital fragmentation as your child's brain is growing. You don't want that to be happening.
To counter those effects in kids, Haidt suggests no smartphone before age 14, no social media until 16, phone-free schools, and more free play and independence. Congress is also weighing bipartisan legislation called the Kids Online Safety Act to help protect young users. Why do some people get more sick from the flu than others? Well, the answer might be in our antibodies. According to a Stanford study, researchers found people whose antibodies produce more celiac acid had milder flu symptoms, and people who produce less had more severe symptoms. This could help identify who's at the greatest risk during a flu outbreak. It's 2 weeks to the start of the holiday season. It also takes about 2 weeks for vaccines for flu and COVID-19 to become effective after receiving them. So if you want to be protected for the holidays, experts say it's time to roll up your sleeve. Bradley Blackburn has more.
Elizabeth Galvin is getting her flu vaccine at this New Jersey Walmart.
So I came to get groceries and I was due for my flu shot.
She says her family gets one every year.
You see a lot of kids and older people get sick from the season.
The holiday season is approaching, so health officials say it's time to get vaccinated for flu and COVID-19 if you haven't already.
Are you with me? Let's work as a team to defend against the flu.
Gear up with a flu shot.
Help protect others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu.
That's the message in a new PSA from the Ad Council and the CDC.
Last year alone, close to 500,000 people ended up in the hospital because of the flu. Getting a flu shot can reduce that risk by half.
CDC Principal Deputy Director Dr. Nirav Shah says get protected from flu and COVID-19 before we start gathering to celebrate the holidays.
A lot of us are going to be getting together with our families in small gatherings, going to church, going to other events. Those are situations that the virus thrives in. Small groups of people in close quarters with one another.
Vaccination rates have been lagging. Last year, fewer than half of all people in the U.S. received a flu vaccine. Pharmacist Rachana Chowdhury says don't be afraid to ask questions if you're hesitant about getting vaccinated.
They're definitely safe and effective. The best part is when you do come to a pharmacist in retail, we can show you evidence-based research that's been done.
So this holiday season can be happy and healthy for you and your family. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
It's recommended everyone aged 6 months and older receive a flu vaccine each year. Scientists say they're closer to making vaccines inhalable. A study published by the American Chemical Society says mRNA vaccines could successfully be delivered by a nebulizer, similar to how asthma is treated. We've already had successes on tests on mice. The findings could be helpful for people who don't like getting shots. Still ahead, a supermarket chain goes high-tech.
This building is full of robots working to deliver groceries faster. I'm Michael George with a new kind of business that's looking to expand.
Clear skies continue, but warmer temperatures this Happy Thursday, everybody. Today was a perfect day. Sunny skies, temperatures were pretty cool in the low 60s overall. It was really nice. You can see taking a look outside. Indigo Sky Casino and Resort out in Seneca, Missouri. Clear skies continue. We actually have mostly clear skies tomorrow as well. So not a lot going on today or tomorrow, though. Clouds start to roll in on Saturday, rain chances Sunday. Until then, we're going to be a little bit cooler tonight. So again, clear skies all night. We're dropping to the 40s by 8 p.m. and then down into the 30s with our overnight low about 37, 38 degrees, so upper 30s across the area. Now, we didn't get a lot of rain on Wednesday, but it still helped, especially our western counties. You can see they were originally in a moderate to severe drought, though now has shifted a little bit, just a little bit off into further southeast Kansas and further off into the east in Oklahoma as well. Now, Missouri is still the same with that severe to moderate drought, but we do have more rain chances coming up this weekend. Saturday, those clouds start to increase. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies throughout the day on Saturday, which is going to keep us a little bit cooler down in the upper 60s. And then Sunday, we're still having the overcast throughout most of the day, though those showers start to spark up a little bit later in the evening, and then temperatures getting to upper 60s, low 70s. So we're looking at our future track. Now, we could have an isolated shower or two early in the morning on Sunday, though most of this is going to hold off until mid-afternoon around 4 p.m. You can see a few showers starting to push up ahead of the heavier rain chances that are going to be moving in later in the evening. So now we're at about 11 p.m. We're all getting those light showers at first, and then a warm front pushes from the south about 8 in the morning on Monday. So overnight, late Sunday night into early Monday morning, we're going to get that band of heavy rain pushing through. And then following shortly after that, we've got another cold front moving in. That it will be moving in later in the afternoon on Monday, mid-afternoon, and then clearing out by about 8, 9 p.m. and then we're looking good. Sunny skies again as we head into Tuesday. But the amount of rain that we could get from those showers on Monday or on Sunday, not so much, maybe 1/10 of an inch, not a lot of rain on Sunday, just some sprinkles. But Monday, you could see all the way from about 1 inch, 1.5 to 2.5 inches. Columbus, Miami, even close to Joplin, about 2 inches. That looks good. We definitely need the rain, especially along I-44 and south. That's where we're seeing our majority of the drought conditions. Now, the next couple days, again, though, upper 60s, mostly sunny skies. Clouds start to increase on Saturday. Those showers roll in Sunday afternoon, evening, and then the heavy rain clears out by about 9 p.m. on Monday. After that, temperatures drop significantly down into the 60s and then the 50s for the rest of the week.
Wow. So we have Saturday to get out and do some yard work, and then here comes the rain. And as you say, a lot of us need some more rain.
We definitely do. We got more chances midweek next week, but mostly that concern is going to be overnight freezing and just those overnight lows being below freezing. And
might have to get in some of those plants off of the porch.
Oh, definitely.
Lindsay, thanks. Coming up, a supermarket chain turning to robotics. Topping today's Consumer Watch, Spirit Airlines is reportedly filing for bankruptcy after its effort to merge with Frontier Airlines was unsuccessful. This is the company's second failed merger in the past 2 years, leaving it struggling to deal with mounting losses and debt. Sources indicate the company might file for bankruptcy within weeks. A dock worker union leaves contract talks with port employers without a potential deal. The International Longshoremen's Association says the two sides still do not agree on the use of automation. A new deal will need to be reached by January 15th to prevent a second dock workers strike, which could cause major disruptions to our country's economy. Some are calling it the grocery store of the future. One supermarket chain is experimenting with having robots collect your groceries for you. Reporter Michael George shows us how it all works.
This building may look like a warehouse, but it's actually a grocery store. It's run by robots. Discount grocer Save-A-Lot opened the new operation in Brooklyn, New York. The company has about 750 traditional stores, mostly in the Midwest and East. This is the first one that's automated.
So we have about 3,500 items or so we offer.
Bob Duane from Save-A-Lot says customers buy groceries through the Uber Eats app. When the order comes in, the robots go to work, with some human help. The system was built by the automation company Fabric. Jonathan Marov is VP of Operations.
We have a very dense racking structure that goes about 25 feet high.
So each one of these are somebody's order, I see.
Yeah, so each one of these are, we have potatoes, we have green apples coming by here.
Fabric claims it takes just 6 minutes to box up an order after it's placed. Uber Eats delivers it, or a customer can pick it up at these lockers.
And process 4 or 5 times more the volume than a typical store can do online in any given day.
Save-A-Lot says this business model is less expensive to operate than a traditional store would be in an urban area like New York.
A little less expensive for rent, much less expensive for the fit out of a location. That all translates into lower prices for our customers.
While Amazon is known for massive fulfillment centers, these smaller operations are becoming popular. Walmart is adding semi-automated warehouses next to existing stores to process online orders faster. Save-A-Lot is betting a lot this is the future of groceries. The company is building 2 more facilities just like this one. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, wow, I know. Fabric says humans are still involved in the process. Workers do quality checks of the order before it goes out. A final check of the forecast next. CBS Evening News. Meet the owner of a hotel who's giving Americans with disabilities brand new opportunities. Then on KOAM News at 6, Samantha Walker is going to have a special report on the impacts fatal crashes on I-44 have on those involved and the steps we all can take to avoid them. Plus, Missouri faces a growing crisis in its child care system due to delays in state subsidy payments. We're going to hear from child care providers. And 2 local softball players sign on to play at the next level. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. We have at least a couple of beautiful autumn days ahead of us before the chances of rain move in.
Yep, tomorrow and Saturday upper 60s, rain chances Sunday evening and all day Monday, heavy rain, no severe threat though.
In the meantime, get out and enjoy this weather while we can.
Definitely enjoy the weather.
Thanks for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and of course, we're going to be right back here for KOAM News at 6. We'll see you then. Let's make it a great evening.